With us now is one of the great competitors of our time, football legend Fran Tarkenton, an NFL and Collegiate Football Hall of Famer. Mr. Tarkenton, as quarterback, took the Minnesota Vikings to 3 Super Bowls. He set the all-time NFL passing records for the most touchdowns, the most yards gained passing, and the most completions. His accomplishments in the business world are equally impressive. A hands-on entrepreneur, he launched 20 companies over the last 25 years, with the largest one reaching revenues of $142 million. A spokesman for small business in America, he is a trusted authority on matters relating to small business. He is also the founder of GoSmallBizcom, a leading small business portal. And Fran, thanks so much for being with us today.
Nice to be with you, Kathleen.
And that's quite a list of accomplishments.
Well, I've been busy. I've lived a long life, and I'm still going strong. You know, it's just nice that I was meeting with the chairman of Office Depot today. Neil Austrian used to be president of the National Football League. He's 73 years old, running this company. That wouldn't have been possible 10 years ago. But today they're recognizing that maybe some of us in our 70s can do good things, and I like to work, and so does Neil.
Now, you counsel a number of small business
Yes.
owners and a number of entrepreneurs. How are they doing in this very tough economy?
It's tough. It's tough. We work with hundreds of thousands of small business entrepreneurs. I'm talking about 1 to 20 employees. 70% of all businesses in this country are people that are sole proprietors, and they're struggling because of the uncertainty in healthcare and tax and regulations and the threat of more taxes, and so it's our capital that we've got to use, and so it stymies us. This is not a friendly environment for us, and yet we are the engine, the growth engine for the economy and for employment. But the people in Washington today, they really don't understand that.
Now, what are business owners saying is the biggest impediment to their growth and the growth of the economy?
Well, for the business,
Right.
Well, we don't believe that the people in Washington, this administration, is a disaster. They do not understand small business. When the President of the United States comes out and says, "Oh, you didn't do it, you didn't do it, somebody else built the bridges," he doesn't understand the sacrifice the small business entrepreneurs make, the investment, the risk. We have no bailout, we have no guaranteed employment, we don't have any public unions assets. And it's just a negative environment for a small business person to be in.
Let's talk about regulations. According to some reports, the many new federal regulations added under President Obama have cost businesses, both big and small, $1.7 trillion. In your view, are Obama's regulations dooming small businesses?
We're not dooming them. They cannot doom the American spirit. The American spirit of the entrepreneur, the private sector, lives and is doing in this environment remarkably well. But this president doesn't believe in capitalism. He doesn't believe in small business entrepreneurs. He believes in bigger government. And these regulations are horrific. Our health care costs are going up. And but despite that, the entrepreneur will find a way to do it.
Let's say Mitt Romney doesn't win election and Republicans can't repeal Obamacare. What would that mean for the future of small businesses?
I think it's dramatically bad. This president really doesn't understand free market capitalism, doesn't have an appreciation for it, is not for it. And if he has 4 more years unbridled to bring in more regulations and raise taxes, and the taxes hit us. Now the rich, the super rich, they're not going to get hurt. You know what they're going to do? They're going to move out, move their factories out. They'll figure a way to get around the tax codes. And who it's going to really affect are the people on welfare, the working people in this country. There won't be any jobs. You think jobs are bad now? It'll be awful. Mitt Romney is, if we don't elect him president, then America will get what it deserves, and it'll be all bad.
Now, what is your take on the upcoming fiscal cliff? Will a combination of expiring tax breaks and inbound spending cuts doom small businesses, or do you think that Congress will have the political will to prevent that from happening?
I think we need leaders that do big things. We've got to have tax reform. I mean, major tax reform. We've got to have, we got to cut this debt down, and we can do it. We got so much waste. We got to address the big issues, come up with solutions, and I think Mitt Romney will do that if he gets in. If Obama gets in, we'll have more of the same, and we got chaos all over the world. He doesn't lead. He leads from behind.
Now, has the age of entrepreneurship passed, or can
No.
it be fixed?
Oh, it is alive and well, because now with all the layoffs, there are just millions of people with great skills who want to start their own businesses. That's what we do. That's what I do. I built a website, onemorecustomer.com, a free website, a WebMD type website to show entrepreneurs, people that are getting laid off, here's what you can do to start your own business. No, I think entrepreneurship is alive and well.
So what advice are you giving entrepreneurs? How can they succeed in this political and economic climate?
Well, they succeed because they've got to have a strong will. They got to be smarter. They got to be innovative. They got to be creative. They've got to go out and have products and services that make sense to customers and bring value to those customers and make the customer experience great. That's what we're teaching them, the basic fundamentals of how to go and build a good business and deal with the tax codes however you can.
Mm-hmm. Now, you also founded GoSmallBiz.com. How can this website help business owners?
Same thing. It's an information website, and we have a lot of content on both the GoSmallBiz website and the OneMoreCustomer.com website. Serves the same purpose, and we do it and put it out in different channels of American business.
Now, is there anything President Obama can learn from your success on the field and in business?
He's not willing to learn. He's not willing to talk to people. He's not willing to listen, and he doesn't engage people. How can you be a leader and not engage people? And how we could have elected this guy 3.5 years ago, and my gosh, elect him again after what we've gone through the last almost 4 years. No, he's not going to learn anything. He's got his own agenda. His own agenda is bigger government, more taxes, demean the top 1%, demean anybody that's an entrepreneur, anybody that's a business person. The greatness of America is capitalism, free market capitalism, the exceptionalism of American people. He doesn't have appreciation for that. It's all about government.
Fran, I can't let you go today without asking you a few questions about football.
Okay.
I know that you'll be watching the Vikings very closely this season. How do you think they'll do?
I think they're in a growing mode. They got a Florida State quarterback there, and he's off to a good start, but they don't have the talent to really compete on a championship level. They're in a tough division, and the Bears and Detroit Lions and Green Bay will probably dominate that division.
Is there a team that you think will surprise us this season, and who do you think will go to the Super Bowl?
Well, right now I think the best team in football after 1 week are the San Francisco 49ers. I thought going in they had the deepest roster, good defense, good offense, a lot of skilled players, a lot of great defensive players. And right now, if I had to pick two teams for the Super Bowl, I'd pick the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers.
How come?
Well, the Denver Broncos, they went 8-8, went to the championship game with Tim Tebow at quarterback, and I love Tim Tebow, but he's not a quarterback. They got Peyton Manning, and they beat Pittsburgh in opening week last week by 2 touchdowns, and Peyton looks like Peyton. He's got a better supporting cast than he's ever had. I think Denver is a team to watch.
How do you think Tim Tebow will do this season? And, you know, he's talked about maybe having a political life after football. Is this something you think he should get into?
Well, it depends on what he wants to do with his life. You know, he's a great young man. Who cannot like Tim Tebow? He's not a major league quarterback. He's a hybrid. You know, he played nose guard in high school as a freshman. He's a big kid, big strong kid, and doesn't have the throwing ability that he needs to have at the professional level, and you know, they'll make him a hybrid type guy at New York and get him 5 to 10 snaps a week. But it's not going to be. And I say this in all respect. He's got a lot of talent. He ought to look for other areas of interest, whether that's politics or not. He'd be great in politics or anything that he goes in because he's believable.
Fran Tarkenton, thanks so much for being with us today. And if folks want to learn more about you and your websites, where can they go?
They could go to onemorecustomer.com, and I think they would get a great idea. It's all free. It's for entrepreneurs and small business people that want to start and run a business. And if you're an entrepreneur, you should go there. It's a good site. We're very proud of it.
Fran Tarkenton, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.